This video is about she was just a tailor until a heiress made her a manager. If this story inspires you, please like the video, share it with loved ones, and write in the comments how it touched your heart. In the heart of a bustling city, nestled between towering glass buildings, there was a humble tailor shop named A Stitching Dreamed. Its faded wooden sign creaked in the wind, echoing the stories of countless garments crafted within. The shop was run by a woman named Tailor. She was in her late 30s, known for her delicate hands and warm smile that could soothe the most anxious of clients. Years of labor had filled her life with resilience, but she felt like an overlooked seam in a grand tapestry of the city. Each morning, she would wake at dawn, already envisioning the intricate patterns she would create for her customers. The rhythmic hum of her sewing machine was a comforting melody, but Laura often longed for more than just stitching fabric together. Despite the daily grind, she remained hopeful. Customers would enter her shop seeking transformations, weddings, graduations, or new beginnings, and she poured her heart into each creation. Yet beneath the cheerful facade, a shadow lingered. Laura had dreams of one day owning a boutique where creativity could flourish unrestrained by the limitations set by others. One overcast Tuesday, the shop welcomed a new customer. She was a young woman, elegantly dressed, with a demeanor of quiet confidence. Her name was Vivienne, the daughter of a prominent businessman, yet she carried herself with an air of humility. Laura had heard whispers of Vivienne's lavish lifestyle, but the young heiress treated everyone with kindness, and that intrigued Laura. "Good morning, how can I help you today?" Laura greeted, her hands already reaching for measuring tape. "I need a dress for an upcoming gala, something that reflects who I am, but there has to be a surprise," Vivienne replied with a hint of mischief in her eyes. Over the next few days, as Laura worked on Vivienne's gown, they shared stories, laughter, and moments of vulnerability. Laura learned of Vivienne's struggles to carve out her own identity despite the weight of her family's expectations. Vivienne felt like a bird trapped in a gilded cage, yearning for freedom. "You're incredibly talented, Laura. I can see your passion in every stitch," Vivienne remarked one afternoon as she admired the fabric draping elegantly on the dress form. Laura blushed, her heart swelling at the compliment. "Thank you, but I am just a tailor." Vivienne shook her head. "No, you are much more than that. You hold the power to transform lives through your art." The days turned into weeks as the gala approached, and Laura found herself increasingly drawn to Vivienne's spirit. The young heiress was not merely a client, she was a friend who understood Laura's aspirations. Vivienne often encouraged Laura to dream bigger, to envision a future where her talents would shine brightly beyond the confines of the shop. Finally, the day of the gala arrived. Vivienne stepped into the shop, clad in the stunning gown Laura had crafted. The fabric shimmered, catching the sunlight in a way that mirrored the smile on Vivienne's face. "You've recreated magic," she exclaimed, spinning around to admire her reflection. Laura's heart soared. In that moment, she felt a flick of the dream she had tucked away for so long. "You look incredible. You'll dazzle everyone," she replied, her voice shaky with emotion. Vivienne paused, her eyes softening. "You've given me more than just a dress, Laura. You've helped me find my voice. I want to do the same for you." Days passed after the gala, and Laura returned to her routine, yet something shifted within her. Vivienne's words echoed in her mind, igniting a spark she thought had long been extinguished. One rainy afternoon, as Laura pieced together a new design, she noticed a flyer that had fluttered to the floor. It announced a citywide competition for aspiring fashion designers. Her heart raced, and a wave of self-doubt crashed over her. What if she failed? What if no one understood her vision? But amidst the uncertainty, a deeper voice reminded her of the joy she felt when creating. With trembling hands, she picked up the flyer and pinned it to her bulletin board. "I can do this," she whispered to herself, determination mixing with the fear. As the competition drew nearer, Laura poured her soul into her designs, working late into the night as she balanced the demands of the shop and her dreams. The fabric became extensions of her heart, each piece telling a story of resilience, love, and hope. Then, one afternoon, Vivienne returned to the shop, her eyes sparkling with excitement. "Laura, I have an idea that could change everything for you." Laura's curiosity piqued. "What is it?" "What if we created a collection together? I'll help you showcase your work to the right people. You have the talent, but you need a platform," Vivienne suggested, her enthusiasm infectious. Laura's heart raced. "You would really do that for me?" "Absolutely. We can bring your visions to life," Vivienne affirmed, her conviction unwavering. The two women set to work, crafting a collection that reflected Laura's artistry while capturing Vivienne's vibrant spirit. They spent countless evenings sketching designs, selecting fabrics, and planning a launch event that would unveil Alara-esque creations to the world. But as excitement grew, so did the challenges. Alara battled sleepless nights, her insecurities whispering doubts into her mind. What if this isn't good enough? What if people don't like it? Remember, Alara, you have a beautiful story to tell. It is not just about the clothes, it is about the heart behind them, Vivienne reminded her gently. With each passing day, Alara learned to silence the self-doubt. She found strength in her friendship with Vivienne, drawing inspiration from their shared passion for creativity. The collection began to take shape, a tapestry woven from the threads of their dreams. On the day of the launch event, Alara stood in front of the mirrors in the shop, her heart pounding. The walls that had witnessed her struggles were now the backdrop of her triumph. Dressed in one of her own designs, she felt a sense of purpose wash over her. Vivienne arrived, her presence radiating confidence. "Are you ready for this?" she asked, squeezing Alara's hand reassuringly. "I think so. I just hope people see the heart behind my work," Alara confessed, her voice barely above a whisper. "They will," Vivienne promised. "Your passion is the light, let it shine." As the event unfolded, people filled the shop, captivated by Alara's creations. She felt a surge of hope as compliments flowed, and the joy she had poured into her art resonated with each guest. With every smile and every kind word, she began to understand the impact of her work. In that moment, Alara realized she was not just a tailor anymore. She was a creator, a storyteller, and above all, a woman who had dared to dream. With Vivienne's support, she had woven a new path for herself, one where resilience and friendship would continue to shape her journey. The night ended with laughter, applause, and a shared sense of achievement. Alara stood amidst the warmth of newfound connections, feeling the beauty of hope intertwined with the threads of her life. The road ahead was still uncertain, but for the first time, she embraced the promise of what was to come. As she locked up the shop, she glanced at Vivienne, who had been the catalyst of this transformation. "Thank you for believing in me," Alara said earnestly. Vivienne smiled back, her eyes sparkling with kindness. "You've always had it in you, Alara. You just needed to see it." Together, they stepped into the night, hearts full of dreams and a future that shimmered like the stars above. The journey had just begun, but it was already woven with resilience, friendship, and the unwavering spirit of hope. Alara awoke the next morning with a renewed sense of purpose. The sun streamed through her shop windows, illuminating the fabrics neatly arranged, each piece waiting patiently for its turn to become something beautiful. She inhaled deeply, feeling the warmth of hope wrap around her like a comforting embrace. With Vivienne's encouragement still fresh in her mind, she opened her sketchbook, the pages filled with ideas that had once seemed unattainable. Today was the day to transform those ideas into reality. She picked up her pencil and began to draw, the strokes flowing effortlessly as she envisioned a collection that would not only showcase her craft but also tell her story, one of resilience and rebirth. As the days turned into weeks, Alara worked tirelessly. The shop buzzed with activity, customers continued to seek her out, but she had begun to dedicate her evenings to the collection that was blossoming into something beautiful. Vivienne often stopped by, the conversations filled with laughter and brainstorming sessions that lit up the fading daylight. One evening, as they sat together surrounded by fabric swatches and sketches, Vivienne looked at Alara with a glint of excitement. "What if we took this collection beyond just our friends and family? We could organize a pop-up shop, show the city what you are capable of." Alara's heart raced at the thought. A pop-up shop, it sounds thrilling, but what if we fail? What if no one shows up? Vivienne leaned in closer, her voice steady and reassuring. "We won't know unless we try. Failure is just a step towards success. Remember how far you've come, Alara. You have a gift, and it is time for others to see it." Alara took a deep breath, feeling a blend of excitement and fear. "You really believe in me, don't you?" "Absolutely. You've poured your heart into this. Let us bring it to life." Vivienne replied, her enthusiasm infectious. That night, as Alara prepared for bed, she could hardly sleep. The idea of a pop-up shop stirred something deep within her, a flicker of hope that perhaps she was meant for something greater. With Vivienne's support, she began to envision the event, the designs, what they would look like displayed in the shop, and the community that would come together to celebrate creativity. The next day, Alara approached her neighbors and local businesses to collaborate on the pop-up. One by one, they joined in, sharing ideas and resources. The community rallied around her, invigorated by the prospect of celebrating local talent. With each supportive word, Alara felt her confidence grow. Yet, as the date of the pop-up shop approached, a weight of impending expectations began to press down on her. One sleepless night, she found herself pacing the shop, overwhelmed by doubt. What if no one comes? What if I fail to impress? She murmured, her heart heavy with uncertainty. Vivienne arrived the next morning, her cheerful demeanor in stark contrast to Laura's turmoil. Good morning, you look a bit frazzled. What is going on? I am scared, Vivienne. What if everything falls apart? What if I am not good enough? Laura confessed, her voice trembling. Vivienne's expression softened and she stepped closer. Laura, you can let fear dictate your worth. This is about sharing your passion, not about being perfect. You've already touched so many lives with your art. Laura looked deep into her friend's eyes, and slowly she felt the weight lift ever so slightly. You were right, I can let fear hold me back. I'll do it for me and for those who believe in me. As the day of the pop-up arrived, excitement electrified the air. Laura and Vivienne transformed the shop into a vibrant showcase, filled with colorful displays and a welcoming atmosphere. Friends and family arrived, filling the space with laughter and joy. Laura's heart swelled with gratitude as she welcomed each guest. People moved through the shop, admiring the pieces she had poured her heart into, discussing their stories and sharing memories. With every compliment, Laura felt her spirit rise, weaving a tapestry of connection and community. But then, as the event progressed, she noticed a group of fashion critics enter. Panic surged through her. What if they didn't understand her vision? What if they found her work lacking? Breathe, Laura, Vivienne whispered, sensing her anxiety. This is just one moment in your journey. Let your passion shine. Summoning her courage, Laura approached the critics, her heart pounding. Welcome, I am Laura, the designer. I hope you enjoy what you see. One of the critics, a stern-looking woman named Marissa, raised an eyebrow as she examined the garment. Your work is interesting. Tell me about your inspiration. Laura's heart raced as she began to explain her vision, the stories behind each piece, the emotions threaded into the fabric. As she spoke, she saw the subtle shift in Marissa's expression. I wanted to create something that resonates with everyone's journey, the struggles and the beauty of hope. Marissa paused, her brow softening. You've captured that beautifully. It is refreshing to see authenticity in fashion. Laura's heart leapt. Thank you, that means so much to me. As the evening continued, people filled the shop, and Laura found herself caught in a whirlwind of joy and gratitude. The laughter, the connections, the stories exchanged, it was everything she had envisioned and more. Hours later, exhausted but elated, Laura stood beside Vivienne, watching the last of the guests leave. I can't believe we did it, she breathed, a smile stretching across her face. Vivienne wrapped an arm around her shoulder. You did it, Laura. You showed the world your heart. In the days that followed, the pop-up shop garnered attention. Orders flowed in, and Laura was invited to showcase her work at local fashion events. She would often look back at her journey, how fear had once confined her, but with resilience and the love of her community, she had risen above. One afternoon, while sewing in her shop, a familiar face appeared at the door. It was Marissa, the critic from the pop-up. Laura, I wanted to talk to you about something important, she said, her tone serious. Laura's heart raced. Is everything all right? I've been following your work since the pop-up, and I believe you have the potential to take your designs to a larger audience. I'd like to help you connect with some influential people in the industry, Marissa proposed. In disbelief, Laura felt tears welling in her eyes. Are you serious? You believe in me? Your authenticity is what the industry needs. Let us make this happen, Marissa replied, her voice firm with conviction. With a mixture of disbelief and gratitude, Laura accepted the offer. This was a new chapter that opened wide, leading to a world of possibilities. She thought of Vivienne, her unwavering support, her friendship that had ignited this spark within her. Several months later, as Laura prepared for a runway show featuring her collection, she stood backstage, surrounded by the buzz of activity. She could hardly believe how far she had come. Vivienne appeared at her side, beaming with pride. Look at you, you've transformed. I am so proud of you. Laura smiled back, her heart full. I couldn't have done it without you, Vivienne. You believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. As the show began, Laura watched her designs come to life on the runway. The lights flashed, and the audience erupted in applause. Laura felt a wave of emotion wash over her. This was not just a moment of success, it was the culmination of years of perseverance. After the show, as people approached to congratulate her, Laura realized that she had indeed found her voice. The journey hadn't been without struggles, but she had learned the importance of resilience, the power of friendship, and the beauty of sharing her story with the world. As she left the venue, hand in hand with Vivienne, she looked up at the stars shining brightly above. The city pulsed with life, and Alara felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude. She had transformed from a humble tailor into a designer, but even more significantly, she had woven a path filled with hope and inspiration for others. With every step, she felt the threads of her life intertwining beautifully, and she knew that this was only the beginning. The future shimmered with endless possibilities, and she was ready to embrace every single one of them. The city was alive with the rhythm of spring, flowers blooming in vibrant colors as Alara stepped out of her tailor's shop, stitching dreams. The air was fragrant, filled with possibility, and as she walked down the street, she felt an electric buzz of excitement. Just a few months ago, she had been a simple tailor, quietly stitching dreams for others. Now, she was on the verge of showcasing her own. Yet beneath the flutter of hope, a familiar wave of anxiety washed over her. The runway show was just days away, and while she had made incredible strides, self-doubt gnawed at her edges. She could hardly forget the late nights she'd spent sewing, the moments when the weight of expectations felt too heavy to bear. That evening, she set to work in her shop. The walls that had once felt confining now seemed to hum with energy, alive with the stories of her creations. She meticulously arranged the garments for the upcoming show, each piece a reflection of her journey, each stitch a testament to resilience. As she draped the gown over the mannequin, she heard the bell above the door jingle. Turning, she found Vivienne standing there, her eyes sparkling with enthusiasm. "Alara, I just came from the venue. It is magnificent. You won't believe how beautiful it looks." Alara forced a smile. "That is great to hear, Vivienne. I just hope everything is ready in time. What if no one likes my designs?" Vivienne stepped closer, her tone warm and reassuring. "They will love them. You've poured your heart into this collection. Remember what you told me? It is all about authenticity. You have so much to share with the world." Alara sighed, a small part of her wanting to believe. "I just wish I felt more confident. What if I stumble? Or what if something doesn't go as planned?" "That is part of the journey," Vivienne replied, her voice steady. "You've already faced your fears by getting to this point. Just think of all the people who have supported you through this. You're not alone." Alara took a deep breath, letting Vivienne's words sink in. "You're right. I can't let fear hold me back. I'll do it for everyone who has believed in me." The next day, as she prepared her collection for the show, doubt attempted to creep back in. She found herself staring at a shimmering dress adorned with delicate embroidery, the one that represented her journey from tailor to designer. It felt like a mirror reflecting her vulnerabilities and triumphs, and for a moment, she hesitated. "Why am I so afraid?" she whispered to herself. "What if I fail?" The reminder of her community as support echoed in her mind. She grabbed her sketchbook and began to sketch again, pouring her heart into the designs, each stroke a declaration of her resilience. Hours passed, and as the sun dipped below the horizon, she felt a renewed sense of purpose. The day of the runway show arrived. The venue buzzed with anticipation as Alara arrived, her heart racing in sync with the bustling energy. The models were rehearsing, and as Alara watched, she felt a mix of excitement and anxiety swell within her. She took a moment to step outside, seeking solace in the fresh air. "Hey, there you are," Vivienne called out, rushing over to her side. "You're going to be amazing. Look at the crowd. Everyone is waiting for you." Alara clutched her hands together. "What if I trip? What if I forget my lines? This is all so overwhelming." "Breathe, Alara," Vivienne said gently, placing a reassuring hand on her shoulder. "Just focus on your art. Remember why you started this journey in the first place. You're here because you have something beautiful to share." Alara nodded, feeling the weight of Vivienne's encouragement. "You always know what to say. Just speak from your heart." Vivienne smiled, her eyes sparkling with encouragement. "You've got this." As the lights dimmed and the music began to play, Alara stood backstage, her heart pounding. She watched the first model step onto the runway, a creation flowing like poetry in motion. The audience erupted in applause, and Alara felt the warmth of their appreciation sweep over her. With each model that walked the runway, Alara's confidence began to blossom. She was no longer just a tailor, she was a storyteller, weaving her experiences into each piece. As she stepped onto the runway to introduce her collection, a wave of emotion washed over her. "Thank you all for being here tonight," she began, her voice steady despite the flutter in her chest. "This collection is not just fabric and thread, it's a reflection of the journey we all take of resilience, hope, and the beauty of dreams." The applause was thunderous, and with every kind word from the audience, Alara felt her doubts dissolve into the ether. As the show wrapped, reality set in as she had not only showcased her designs but had also shared her heart. After the show, people swarmed her with congratulations. Alara felt elated, the joy coursing through her veins. But among the applause, she spotted Marissa, the critic from the pop-up, waiting to speak with her. Marissa, Alara said, walking toward her. Thank you for attending. I am impressed, Alara, Marissa said, her eyes serious yet filled with warmth. Your collection speaks volumes. It is rare to see such authenticity in fashion. Alara's heart swelled. Thank you, that truly means a lot to me. Marissa continued, I think you have a unique voice. I'd like to discuss how we can help elevate your brand further. I see great potential in you. Alara felt her heart skip a beat. Are you serious? I'd love that. As the night progressed, Vivienne found Alara amidst the celebrations, her eyes beaming with pride. You are incredible. I am so proud of you. Thank you, Vivienne. I couldn't have done it without your support, Alara replied, her heart overflowing with gratitude. Suddenly, the lights dimmed again, and a spotlight fell on the stage. A local fashion journalist stood at the microphone, addressing the crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special announcement. The winner of tonight's Audience Choice Award for the Most Inspiring Designer goes to Alara. Gasps and cheers erupted from the crowd, and Alara's eyes widened in disbelief. She stepped up to accept the award, tears brimming in her eyes. This is not just for me, it is for everyone who has ever felt like they didn't belong. Dreams can be stitched together with resilience and love. As she embraced the moment, she felt the warmth of her community surrounding her friends, family, and even strangers who had become allies on this journey. The realization washed over her like a gentle tide. She was no longer just a tailor. She was a beacon of hope, a symbol of perseverance. In the weeks that followed, Alara's designs began to receive attention beyond her wildest dreams. Orders poured in, and she was invited to collaborate with other artists, each partnership infused with creativity and passion. Every evening, as she worked in her shop, Alara would glance at the award on her desk, a reminder of how far she had come. She often reflected on her journey from an overlooked tailor to a designer celebrated for her authenticity. The struggles, the fears, and the moments of doubt had shaped her into who she was, a woman rooted in resilience, friendship, and hope. One afternoon, while organizing her shop, Alara received a call from Marissa. Alara, I have some exciting news. We want to feature your collection in a major fashion magazine. Really? Alara exclaimed, her heart racing. This is incredible. It is a testament to your hard work. We believe in your vision, Marissa replied. The world needs to see your story. Alara hung up the phone, her heart swelling with gratitude. She thought of Vivienne, the unwavering support that has ignited her passion and helped her realize her dreams. It was a friendship that had transformed her life, intertwining their paths to a tapestry of creativity and resilience. As she prepared for the magazine shoot, Alara felt a blend of emotions, excitement, gratitude, and the familiar flutter of anxiety. But this time, she welcomed those feelings as part of the journey. Let us do this, she declared to herself, standing before the mirror. She slipped into one of her favorite designs, the shimmering gown that felt like a second skin. It embodied her spirit, her dreams, and her journey. When the photographer arrived, Alara embraced the moment with a confidence she had cultivated over time. She posed, smiled, and let her inner light shine through, a reminder to herself that she had earned her place in this world. As the photo shoot concluded, Alara felt a rush of exhilaration. Unbeknownst to her, she was now a beacon of hope for many others who dared to dream, a testament to the beauty of resilience. Weeks later, as she flipped through the magazine, her heart swelled with pride. There she was, a woman who had turned her dreams into reality. This was not just her story, it was a story of friendship, love, and the unwavering belief in oneself. Alara glanced out her shop window, watching the bustling city. The sun dipped below the horizon, as it cast a warm golden hue over the streets, and she felt a sense of belonging envelop her like a comforting embrace. The city, once intimidating, now felt like a canvas of endless possibilities. That evening, as Alara prepared to close her shop, a familiar face strolled through the door. It was an elderly woman named Mrs. Thompson, a longtime client and friend whose own story of resilience mirrored Alara's in many ways. Good evening, Alara. Mrs. Thompson greeted, her smile radiating warmth. I just had to stop by to congratulate you. I saw your feature in the magazine. Alara's heart fluttered at her words. Thank you, Mrs. Thompson. It is still surreal to me. I feel like I am living someone else's dream. Mrs. Thompson chuckled lightly. Oh, dear, it is your dream. You've worked so hard for this, and you inspire those around you. I see how you pour your heart into every stitch. Alara's eyes misted. I couldn't have done it without people like you who believed in me from the beginning. Believing in you was easy, Mrs. Thompson replied, her voice softening. You have a gift, Alara, and it takes courage to share it with the world. The two women shared a moment of silence, appreciating the connection they had forged over the years. The shop had been a refuge for both, a place where dreams were crafted and stories were sewn into fabric. As Mrs. Thompson turned to leave, she paused. Have you thought about what's next for you? You've come so far, but I can sense there is still more in you. Alara sighed, a familiar flicker of uncertainty igniting within. Honestly, I've been contemplating it. The magazine feature has opened so many doors, but it is also overwhelming. I don't want to lose sight of what brought me here. Mrs. Thompson smiled knowingly. Stay true to yourself, dear. Your journey is about more than just fashion, it is about creating a legacy of hope for others. Don't shy away from sharing that. As she locked up the shop that evening, Alara's heart raced with a mixture of gratitude and trepidation. The warmth of Mrs. Thompson's encouraging words lingered, stirring a desire within her to do more, to give back to the community that had embraced her so wholeheartedly. Over the next few weeks, Lara balanced her growing career with a desire to help those in need. She began organizing workshops at the shop, inviting local children from underprivileged backgrounds to learn the art of sewing. Every child deserves to feel the joy of creating, she thought, her heart swelling at the thought of sharing her passion. One Saturday, she welcomed a lively group of children into the shop, their eyes sparkling with curiosity. The shop was filled with laughter and chatter, the air thick with excitement. Lara had prepared materials, bright fabrics, colorful threads, and a world of possibilities. Welcome, everyone, today. We're going to create something special together, she announced, her voice ringing with enthusiasm. You'll each get to design your own mini garment, and I'll teach you how to sew it. Could we really make clothes? The little girl named me asked, her voice filled with wonder. Absolutely, Lara beamed. And I promise, by the end of today, you'll each have something to take home that you created with your own hands. As the children began sketching their designs, Lara moved around the room, guiding them and encouraging their creativity. She shared stories of her own journey, emphasizing the importance of believing in themselves. Hours flew by in a whirlwind of creativity, laughter, and joy. The children's faces lit up with pride as they completed their projects, holding their mini garments with beaming smiles. Lara, thank you. This was the best day ever. Mia exclaimed, her heart full of newfound confidence. Lara knelt down beside her, placing a gentle hand on her shoulder. You did an amazing job, Mia. Remember, creativity has no limits. Keep believing in yourself, and you can accomplish anything. As the day came to a close, the children left with their creations, and Lara felt a sense of fulfillment wash over her. She realized that this workshop was more than just teaching a skill, it was about planting seeds of hope in young hearts. The following week, Lara received an unexpected call from Marissa. Lara, I have an exciting opportunity for you. A local charity is hosting a gala to raise funds for underprivileged children, and they'd like you to showcase your designs. They could be a fantastic platform for you to share your story. Lara's heart raced. A gala, that sounds amazing, but what if I am not ready? What if I stumble again? Trust yourself, Lara, Marissa said reassuringly. You've already proven so much. This is your chance to shine even brighter. Your journey is a source of inspiration, and I believe it will resonate with many. With Marissa's encouragement fueling her determination, Lara began preparing for the gala. As she cut and stitched her designs, she envisioned not just the clothes, but the stories they represented, the resilience, the hope, the beauty of community. As the day of the gala arrived, Lara felt a mix of excitement and nerves swelling in her stomach. Stepping into the beautifully decorated venue, she was struck by the elegance surrounding her. Wow, it is breathtaking, Vivienne exclaimed as they walked in together, her eyes wide with wonder. Lara nodded, her heart racing. I just hope I can express everything I feel tonight. Vivienne squeezed her hand. You will, just share from your heart. As the evening began, Lara took a deep breath, reminding herself of the journey that had brought her here. She was no longer just a tailor, she was a vessel of hope, ready to inspire others to chase their dreams. When it was time for Lara to showcase her collection, she stood at the center of the stage, the spotlight illuminating her presence. The audience's eyes were on her, and she felt a wave of vulnerability wash over her. Good evening, everyone, she began, her voice steady but filled with emotion. Tonight, I want to share my journey with you, a journey of resilience, friendship, and the incredible power of community. She spoke about the struggles she had faced, the moments of self-doubt, and the importance of believing in oneself. As she shared her experiences, she could see the audience connecting with her, nodding and understanding. I believe that every person, no matter their background, deserves a chance to dream, she continued. And through my work, I hope to inspire others to embrace their own creativity and find their voices. The audience erupted in applause, and Alara felt tears welling in her eyes. This collection represents more than fabric. It is a testament to the beauty of community, to the power of hope, and to the threads that connect us all. With that, she unveiled her collection, each piece a representation of resilience and hope, woven together with love. The audience marveled at the garments, captivated not just by their beauty, but by the stories behind them. Later in the evening, as Lara mingled with guests, she encountered a young woman named Clara, who was visibly moved by her story. "Lara, you read so inspiring. I've always wanted to design but never felt good enough," Clara said, her voice trembling with emotion. Lara smiled warmly. "You have a beautiful story to share, Clara. Don't let fear hold you back. Every great designer started somewhere. Believe in yourself and let your creativity shine." As the gala came to a close, Lara felt an overwhelming sense of purpose. She had transformed not just her life but the lives of others through her work. The journey from tailor to designer had been filled with struggles, but it was those very struggles that had woven a tapestry of hope and inspiration. That night, as she lay in bed, her heart full, Alara realized the true essence of her journey. It was never just about the clothes or the designs, it was about the connections made, the lives touched, and the resilience shared. As she closed her eyes, she felt a profound gratitude for every moment, the struggles, the triumphs, the friendships forged. The beauty of the human spirit shone brightly in her heart, and she knew that the journey was far from over. Lara had discovered that dreams could indeed be stitched together with resilience and love, and with each new day she was ready to embrace whatever came next, knowing that she was never alone in her journey.